What's up, guys? Adam here, and I have to say this was a really good chapter of Naruto 627. Really good chapter. I'm very glad the flashbacks are finally over with. I'm really glad. I'm also glad we didn't see a crazy amount of flashbacks from Minato or the third Hokage and the second. That would have been just been overkill. The previous chapters were not horrible, but I just didn't feel that they actually served any purpose. I just did not feel entertaining whatsoever. I was mildly entertained. I was like, you know what? I'd rather play a game or play Yu-Gi-Oh or something. I just did not find it entertaining at all. But this chapter does close up, but not really nicely. There are a few nitpicks I had with this, but let's start with the good things that I really liked in this chapter. Okay, Sasuke has finally answered. Is he going to fight Konoha or protect it? Well, it turns out that he's going to protect Konoha. He tells Hashirama that Tachi inherited your will of fire. So I guess that's kind of cool. Tachi, I guess pretty much saved the village. Naruto may try to say, oh, I say Sasuke. Tachi even said, oh, I'm gonna lose Sasuke to you, and I guess it didn't turn out his way. It's kind of funny. It is kind of strange how Sasuke needed Hashirama to come to this conclusion. It just did not. I mean, the information I just don't. Maybe he just I guess felt the will of fire or something, or it helped him understand Tachi's point of view. And the whole point is that he wants to make sure that Tachi did not die in vain. I guess finally he's mature. He now knows. You know what? If Itachi died doing what he did and trying to save Konoha and not completely destroy Konoha, his death will be in vain. I can't change him being dead, but I need to honor his memory, and that's what Sasuke is doing, and I like that. I'm very glad to see that this mental condition is completely broken off. I'm really psyched about it. Really psyched. We also get to find out Kagami Chiha is the father of Shisui, or Shisui Chiha, which is pretty fucking cool. I did not expect that. The other people at one time thought Kagami Chiha was Toby and stuff, which the hairstyle was very similar, very similar. But I think I always kind of knew Obito. I just had that that shonen feel about it. I was like, oh come on, it's a shonen manga. It can't be that that hard to guess. But yeah, and it was. But anyways, we get inside the second Hokage. He felt that there were some good Uchihas. It's just that he was not as bad as it was. As I said before, he just seen that he had to keep an eye on the Uchihas. It was a threat to the village, and not every single Uchiha was, but they had to keep a close eye on them because, as I said before, and as he said, that they can be somewhat mentally unstable if bad things happen to them, which he did not help. He did, do a few racial discrepancies, but it could have been handled better. But he did charge him as police. But people hate the police, and they just gotta toughen that shit out. I mean, you chose to be the fucking police, so I don't really know. But anyways, the third Hokage, feels kind of bad of the job he did, and Orochimaru, is kind of sulking, sort of. And it's not like a joke. I guess when Sugesu, tell Orochimaru, "Are you sulking?" Oh, smart third Hokage. Naruto said he didn't do too good of a job either, with Nine Tails taking over and stuff. But it's just a little bit of banter, and it's pretty. It's nice, it's okay. And you see, Orochimaru is not a good guy, and he noticed what he was doing was wrong when he was inside of Kabuto, and it's kind of strike me is I never knew Kabuto had the sealed Orochimaru. I know he had his DNA in his body, but his mind was not in the Orochimaru body. But I guess something to do with the curse seals. I don't think how it works out. I'm also a bit wondering, did the effects of Izanami sort of affected Orochimaru when Orochimaru absorbed Kabuto's powers? But Orochimaru's not a good guy. I kind of, if Orochimaru comes off pretty strong, Orochimaru has changed, because if you look at it, what was the whole point of Orochimaru becoming evil in the first place? Well, he was upset that he couldn't become the Hokage because the third didn't elect him. But what was the main reason? Because the third Hokage didn't want Orochimaru to become the Hokage because of the crude experiments Orochimaru would do. on the people and stuff, or the ones who perform. And that was the main reason why he believed that Orochimaru couldn't be the Hokage. Um, and why did Orochimaru do these experiments? Because he wanted to live long. He was scared of dying. We actually do, I think I actually did have a filler episode, and it really did some of it. It's not canon, but it was really well done. I think it aired sometime right when Sasuke killed Orochimaru. You check it out. It's a really good filler for Orochimaru, and it does explain, make sense. In the sense, it could be a really good theory. It might have been a manga, but it's been so long I can't actually remember. But it makes perfect sense. He didn't want to die because he was scared of dying. He's seen a lot of people die. He's seen Tsunade's child die. Seen Dan die. He's seen a lot of friends die. It was war. He was scared. And you don't know about his parents. Maybe Orochimaru's parents died as well. So he could be an orphan. There's a lot of things take into consideration. And Orochimaru becoming a good guy might not be too far off, Orochimaru might have finally seen his way. If Sasuke can see his way, finally become a good guy, Orochimaru can too, because Sasuke actually supposed to have the Sharingan mental illness, so if a mental escape patient, if a mental patient can understand good and bad, then I'm sure, a fucking, guy who was sort of like a psychotic villain might be able to understand. He's a pretty intelligent being, I suppose. But anyways, everything's all good and done with. The second Kage is going to go straight to the fucking battlefield with Sasuke and everybody else. And then we see Karen come up in there. Now, Sasuke wants to leave. He's a bit scared. He probably won't die, but he just, it's kind of his character. Karen jumps in there, and Sasuke says, "I'm sorry, Karen." I'm like, oh, okay, that's completely okay because you stabbed her in the chest with your lightning blade, and that's your Jidori. So that's yeah, whatever. And she, just she can't get over the fact that she still loves him. I'm like, I kind of wish that she would have hit him or something. It just come on, it just seems way too childish. But it is a shonen manga, for her to just be like, "Oh, Sasuke, hold me again." It just comes off way too weird. It really does. But I hope that maybe Orochimaru could save a few people, and the first Hokage and second, and the first Hokage might better save Tsunade. There's no telling what they could do because, as I said, this is a shonen manga, and they could, all of a sudden just like, go all save the world, bring back dead people from their life. You never know. You never know how. Hell, for all we know, Neji might come back alive, and should he? I don't think he should because it would kind of make this. It will make his death pointless. But it'll just help it feel a lot less meaningful. It really would. And as I said, next week's chapter, I got high hopes for it. I do feel a bit weird about this Sasuke and Naruto thing. How they're going to fight. They're going to fight. They're going to fight. Now, I don't think Sasuke's going to kill the village. He's not going. He's done with that. But they're going to fight and see who is the better shinobi, and that's how it's going to come down to. And Naruto, he'll come to Hokage before Sasuke ever will. He will. He'll more likely, be like, I guess, like Danzo, sort of, I don't know how it's going to go from there, but I really did enjoy this chapter. But as I said, the nitpicks I had with this was the Sasuke Naruto thing. It just seemed like Sasuke got over it too easy. I just did not feel that Hashirama's questions or his answers were that convincing, but it was to Sasuke, so that's perfectly fine, I guess. But it was a really good chapter, and I can't really say much more about it, man. It is a bit weird, Orochimaru being a good guy, but if you think about it, maybe Izanami has something affected due to it, but he could have had a change of heart. You never know. This is the entire series of Naruto is, kind of like symbolism, some might say. And it's all about people can change. And that was the entire point of the series. You have Naruto, who is, the dropout. Everybody hates him. And now he's like the hero everybody loves. Sasuke was the guy that everybody loved, wanted to be and stuff. And now a lot of people hate him and stuff. Now it goes back to, you can always change who you are. Even though you can become a complete douche, you can always rewrite your wrongs to a certain degree. And that's the whole point of the series. And it really is, people can change. And you can change, we can change. And it was a pretty good chapter. It was symbolism, I suppose. But I give the chapter a 4 out of 5. No action at all, but it was damn good. And I'm finally glad this Kage thing is cleared up. And now we might see that kick-ass battle. And I just don't see how the hell is Madara and Obito going to beat all 4 fucking Hokages. They do have the tail beast, but so does Naruto. And I'm pretty sure when we cut back to Naruto and the gang are getting their ass kicked. Some people may be dying or dead or something. There's no telling. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm pretty sure if they do come, Orochimaru will come out with some kind of medical jutsu. And then on top of that, we do have Jugo. Jugo can heal a lot of people as well, so there's no telling what his powers can do. And not mention, we do even have Karen as well. So Karen, if somebody just bites a hold of a forearm, they're fucking good to go, you know. That's it for me, guys. Scarecrow James is leaving now. And if you guys can give me a big thumbs up, really appreciate it. And see y'all next time.